All right. I am sorry about that, guys. We are live. Had a little bit of a technical issue. YouTube keeps changing settings and stuff. So, as I was set and ready to go live, I hit go live at the right time, but then it was like pick an advanced settings, your camera angle, and I'm like, I never had to do that before, and why didn't you tell me to do that step before? It made no sense. um so I apologize for that little delay. I'm not even sure how many people are gonna be on in here, since I had to crash the last live and like re kind of do the whole thing. YouTube, good job getting on my nerves. Awesome. And so I hope some people chime on in here. Reptile 7876, what's going on? Like always, you guys, atomic blast that like button if you have not already. So again, sorry about that technical difficulty at the start. YouTube just keeps adding more and more stuff to go live, but without telling the user, hey, make sure you have all these settings straight away, otherwise it'll stop you from going live. Reptile 7076, the Gorgo figure is epic. Yes, from Titanic Creations. Awesome. We will talk about that here in a little bit and take a closer look. As far as everything else goes, so again, sorry about the technical difficulties. Apologize for it. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button. I'm just trying to get into the motion of things. I also want to apologize for sorry for kind of like a last minute post yesterday about today's show. Everything going on in my life right now, my schedule day to day is very hard to plan out. Reptile 7876, you're also getting the D for Real Godzilla Final Wars for your birthday. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Um, but yeah, so I apologize for the last minute. Um, I apologize. Nick just texted me, ready for the stream. Monster Report, Nick, we're already live. What's going on, man? So, yeah, sorry. My brain is just scrambled right now because YouTube flustered me so much. Anyway, so, man, now I'm losing my train of thought. Apology for last minute announcement of today's show yesterday. I just want to apologize for that. I want to, kind of explain why that, why it's been going on that way. So it's like, I'm in the middle of jobs at the moment. So it's like, I quit my former job. I got hired at another job, but I haven't officially started yet, if that makes sense. I've been hired, but I haven't started yet. And that is because they are waiting for background checks, central registry checks to come back through from the state. And when I talked to them recently, they said that the state is behind on all the checks. Apologies for it taking so long. They're trying to get the issue resolved quicker, because I've been out of work almost a month now. And I'm ready to hop back into it, that's for sure, because, everybody needs income these days. But so it's hard for me to plan out and concrete a schedule right now because I'm kind of living my schedule in my life day to day until I finally get word that I am officially starting and then I can get into the next step of this job. That is why it's been kind of hard to, concrete the show. Normally what I would do is announce when the show's going to be on like a Monday or whatever, and then do reminders throughout the week. It's very difficult for me to do that when my schedule is very up in the air like this, because I could get a call, I could get an email at any time being like, okay, we got it. Here's what's next. Here's what we got to do. Because once I get into an actual schedule with my new job and everything, it'll be easier for me to schedule the show. So I apologize for yesterday's last minute scheduling of today's show. I don't know how many people are going to show up. Hopefully we do get some more people to show up on in here. I see we have 2 people on in here. 1 like. Thank you very much. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button. It helps out the show a lot. And all that good algorithm stuff. So anyway, so there's the explanation on everything that's been going on. Rich from Wisconsin, what's going on, man? Um, so that's my explanation as to kind of why, today's show was kind of a last minute decision. So hopefully you guys can understand that it's just hard for me to, let's say, next Monday, oh, Kaiju Chill O'Clock on this day next week. And then it's like I get a call or an email and then I have to cancel it because then I'm not going to be able to do it. It's that type of scenario, and it's just been very hard to schedule time to do the show. Not only so with like that personal life stuff with job and everything, but then, I'm also still working on Tucson Kaiju Festival stuff because that's right around the corner. It's hype train time now. Everybody aboard the hype train for the Tucson Kaiju Festival. Let's go. As you guys can see, I have a special getup going on today, and that is because at the Tucson Kaiju Festival, this is how you're going to see me. This is what I'm going to be wearing. I got my LED name tag for Godzilla Fan Freaks. I got my lanyard going on with all my crazy pins and stuff from Cavity Colors and Zia Records and Ghost X Ghost. I got my Ghost X Ghost Godzilla store variant t-shirt on. So, if you look for me at the Tucson Kaiju Festival, just know this is pretty much what I'm going to look like. So, that's how you can find me. Just look for the guy with the crazy lanyard with all the G-Fest badges and Toho staff badge and everything else. And name tag, of course, that way people can find me easily if they have questions or whatever it is they need. So, yeah. So just gearing up for the Tucson Kaiju Festival. If you guys have not seen already, did post the schedule a couple days ago. So finally the schedule has been finalized and just digitally implemented. So it's like, please, if you do see that schedule anywhere, if you're going or not, or if you are going, please, just any type of promotion to kind of get the word out there on the Tucson Kaiju Festival is appreciative, because I want to see as many people as possible show up. I think we're going to have a really good crowd. Hype is continuing to happen, and I think we're good. KG, what's up, man? Yes, it is. Happy Friday the 13th. It is Friday the 13th today. So hope everybody has an awesome Friday the 13th. It's always cool when one of those lands on in the month of October because of Halloween. My wife and I are gearing up for Halloween. We kind of started decorating and stuff like that. We're going to be decorating more a little later today, kind of outside the house and whatnot, because Halloween is one of our favorite times of the year because we just like all the spookiness and everything. So yes, so we are going to be decorating the more pretty soon. I hope everybody else is having good. Have you guys started decorating for Halloween? Have you guys put up anything? What are you guys gonna, got any Halloween parties planned, costume parties, whatever, trick-or-treating, all that good stuff. But, so yeah, no, I apologize for the technical difficulties again in the beginning of today's stream. I didn't start exactly on time, and that's just because YouTube just keeps adding more and more stuff that I have to go through to do a live stream. So, and without telling me anything, and then I have to figure it out on the fly. Yeah. KG, are you going to crave Godzilla or carve? Sorry, I read that wrong. Carve a Godzilla jack-o'-lantern. Maybe. I don't know if my skills are that good yet at carving jack-o'-lanterns. So maybe one day in the future I'll do a Godzilla jack-o'-lantern. I could probably do like the Godzilla like wording in some sort of crazy style. But yeah, I'm not sure. Goji Fan 93, what's going on, man? What's up? Speaking of Goji Fan 93, he's going to be one of the special guests at my Tucson Kaiju Festival in a few weeks. So if you guys don't know, haven't heard, so I got some special guests coming to my Tucson Kaiju Festival. We have Chris, Goji Fan 93. We have Nick Adams from the Monster Report. He's going to be there. And then, of course, we have Zilla Fan 85. So really excited to have some of my YouTube content creator Kaiju Bros in town again, and just for this, and just hope we all have an awesome, great hangout time. I think it's going to be a super fun time. You know, I was really happy. I wish I got the schedule out a little sooner. It kind of really didn't go as planned. Again, I've just been running into personal life stuff lately. So I didn't get the schedule out as soon as I wanted to. But that's why when I did post the schedule, I kind of pressed it anywhere. So Chris, you too, anywhere that you can share the schedule, share the festival event page, however you want to do that. Promote any way you can. Let's reach as many eyes and ears as we can right now, because I want just people to have fun. I want people to have a great time and all that good stuff. So yeah, anyway. So, and again, you know, I got my lanyard, all my pins and tags and stuff. I got my LED name tag for Godzilla Fan Freaks on, and a special t-shirt, because again, this is how you're going to find me at the Tucson Kaiju Festival. This is what I'm going to look like. So any questions, or you want to talk, if I have time or whatever, here I am. This is what I look like. So just look with the big guy with the crazy lanyard and the LED name tag and a Godzilla shirt with green and Godzilla himself, whatever. So anyway, you guys, really not sure what today's show is going to consist of. You know, probably just, again, hyping up the Tucson Kaiju Festival stuff. If you guys have questions for me about anything, please feel free to ask. Movie that we have on in the background today is a movie that I've only seen a few times. I haven't watched it a whole bunch, and that's because it's kind of a bootleg-ish DVD. The quality's not the best, but I did put on Pulgasari today. So we do have Pulgasari, the famous North Korean kaiju film, on in the background today. So I just figured just throw that on. You know, why not? Something random. I couldn't figure out what else to throw on, so I was like, Pulgasari, why not? So, yeah, got that on in the background. Again, any questions you guys have for myself, please feel free to ask. Talks amongst yourselves. We'll take a look at Titanic Creations Gorgo here after a little bit. And, of course, you know, do a room tour, all that good stuff. And, yeah, so I hope everybody's doing good. Again, I can't pressure it enough. I apologize for, like, the sporadicness of Kaiju Chill O'Clock. It's just because being in between jobs right now and haven't been able to officially start due to the state dragging butt, but that's typical government work. So hopefully I don't have to wait too much longer, because, again, it's like, the break is nice. I'm ready to go back to work for sure, because not having an income is not a good feeling, especially these days. So, yeah, so hopefully I start work soon. I'm kind of hoping I get a call sometime today, or an email at least. It's because, yeah, I'm ready. And again, it's like, the more days that go by of me not officially starting this job, the closer we get to the Tucson Kaiju Festival and certain things that I'm going to have to tell them, hey, just so you know, I'm going to need this time. I'm not going to be able to work. And it's like, so it's like, you know, it's like, that's the last thing I want to do is start my job and be like, hey, I'm not going to be available for like 3 or 4 days, just so you know, in the beginning of November. You know, it's like, I hate to do that to you, but it's like, as long as the state took to get these checks back for you, it's like, that's not my fault. You know, I have my life, you know, and it's like, I want to start working, but then I also have this going on too. So it's like, I really hope that they work with me a little bit. Not to mention, I have my wedding anniversary coming up October 20th. So it's like, I got stuff coming up that it's like, I'm going to be like, if they get in touch with me, I'm going to have to be like, I can't work these days and I can't work these days in the beginning of November. So, oh man. GojiFan93, how dare you let life get in the way? No way we want 24/7 content. You can't do anything else. Well, I don't do 24/7 content, so that helps. And then, KG, so you don't have any of the Friday the 13th movies? I do, actually. My wife actually has, she's the horror movie collector, so she has a lot more horror movies than I do. And she does have the Friday the 13th Blu-ray collection. But considering this is Kaiju Chill O'Clock and whatnot, I kind of try to keep it in theme with like Kaiju-esque stuff, so I really didn't want to put on a Jason movie or a Freddy movie or whatever. Just kind of doesn't make sense to have something like that on in the background. It's always just fitting to have a Kaiju or some sort of sci-fi movie on. Last year for Christmas, for the Graveyard Shift episode in December, I actually did show, I didn't show it, but I had it on in the background, but I had Krampus on because I figured that's a nice fitting movie for a Graveyard Shift of Kaiju Chill O'Clock, especially in December, close to Christmas. So I did do that last year. Let's see. Rich from Wisconsin, you'll need to take a vacation after all of this, right? Because it's like, right now, day to day, I've just been kind of trying to find what to do with myself. It's like I've been taking care of projects at home. Can someone message Nick from the Monster Report telling him I'm live? Because he's texting me. I don't know what's going on, but he's obviously something's going on his end. And I can't text him because I use my phone for my feed. So if anybody can get in touch with Nick from the Monster Report, let him know that I'm live. Just had technical difficulties in the beginning. So, my name tag keeps turning. Anyway, you guys, but you guys know who I am. I'm just doing this for the flair, for the hype up of the festival, all that good stuff. But, yeah, so kind of what's been going on new. Not a whole heck of a lot. Actually, probably going to be getting a package today. I'll actually go check on that here in a little bit. And because actually should be getting a package of something I pre-ordered. So that'll be fun to open that live here on Kaiju Chill O'Clock. Let's see. Ghost X Ghost revealed their King Ghidorah t-shirt. If you did not see that, make sure you check out Ghost X Ghost on Instagram or Facebook if you have those platforms. And they they announced their King Ghidorah and revealed their t-shirt for King Ghidorah yesterday. It's going to go up for sale today, actually probably any minute or hour now. So that's coming out. Cavity Colors, of course, they put out, a GMK t-shirt, Godzilla 2000 t-shirt. I think I talked about that, though, the last Kaiju Chill O'Clock. And then, of course, Cavity Colors is also doing Final Wars and Kiryu Saga t-shirts, which, fine with me. I'm not a big Millennium fan, so it's like a lot of these shirts and stuff lately from them, I've actually been able to hold on to my wallet and be like, yeah, no, that's fine. Go ahead. Just release stuff that I don't care about. That's fine. I'm totally fine with saving money right now. Especially Final Wars stuff, Chris. Are you going to get that Final Wars t-shirt, Chris? No offense. I think the artwork looks kind of bad. Gigan just looks like he has the biggest smile on, and it just doesn't look right. Anguirus looks weird. Godzilla, of course, Godzilla Final Wars already looks like a cat, but now he looks more like a cat in this artwork, and I don't know. I just didn't like the artwork all that much. I got to rag on Final Wars whenever I can, so. Goji Fan 93, I don't have the energy to debate Final Wars. Well, good. Then Damn wins the day. Destroy all monsters for the win. But yeah, so no, lots of good stuff coming out t-shirt wise. If you're into those sagas and Final Wars and Kiryu and all that stuff. So Cavity Colors got you covered. Ghost X Ghost coming out with their King Ghidorah t-shirt. Looks really cool. I like it. I'm debating if I'm going to pick it up. I'm not sure. What else has been going on? Godzilla Tower has been pre-ordered. I did pre-order the Godzilla Tower from X Plus, the Toho Maniacs line. Was really happy to pre-order that, especially because it was only like 70 something. It wasn't even like $80. So was really happy to pre-order that. Didn't hurt the wallet too much, and it's something that myself and a lot of other Godzilla fans have been waiting for. So, Goji Fan 93, I think the shirt looks cool. I won't get it though. You won't get it. Why not? Why won't you get it? I thought you loved Final Wars. Support, man. Support your game. I'm just giving you crap, Chris. Let's see. KG, I can't wait for the Kaiju Festival. It sounds like a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of stuff planned throughout the entire day. Again, I posted the schedule online. Please, if you do see the schedule, the festival event page, share any way you can. Reach other people that you can who might be in Tucson or Arizona in general. Maybe in neighboring states. Like, hey, maybe you should check this out if you have time. Take a little drive or something, because it's going to be a lot of fun. We got activities for the day and all kinds of stuff. Panels, vendors, trivia, quizzes, prizes, giveaways, raffle items, video games. It's going to be a fun-filled day, that's for sure. So any way that you can, let's try to get as much stuff shared as possible, because being in between jobs and everything right now, I don't necessarily have the biggest budget for things. So as far as physical copies of the schedule go, I'm going to try to get some printed up, but I'm not sure how many. And my wife is wanting to do it in like a brochure type form for the physical one. So me and her are probably going to talk this weekend and try to get the ball rolling on that, because we're going to need to get those printed out as soon as possible, because we're only a few weeks away. And if I could get a couple hundred or a few hundred at least to get printed up, and just try to give them out, not selectively, but it's like if you have the schedule like on your phone or whatever through the digital, that's great, because I'm not sure how many I'll be able to have printed up for everybody to take. But hopefully I'll be able to have enough. Reptile 7876, are you getting any -1 figures like the Bandai or SH Monster Arts? Probably the Bandai. SH Monster Arts isn't too bad either, but I try to only grab what I really, really want from SH Monster Arts these days. So I'll probably settle for the Bandai. And then Goji Fan 93, $30 is pretty steep for a shirt. And I agree. Everything is just more expensive these days. It sucks. It would have to be something truly awesome. Also, just not big on the T-color. Yeah, I thought that the tie-dye for it, it's a cool color, don't get me wrong, but the artwork just off balances it a little bit. Like if the artwork was a little bit better, I think it would be a better overall shirt. And that's coming from me, who doesn't like Final Wars whatsoever. Let's see. Sometimes you don't need to be you don't need a big budget. It'll just be cool to hang out with G fans. That's true too. It's not all about budget, but it's just like getting schedules printed out. I know that's going to take a little bit of money. I'm just not sure how much. So me and my wife are probably going to discuss and work on that and see if we can't find somewhere that has the best option for at least a couple to a few hundred to be able to print out. So yeah. We got 4 people on in here, 4 likes. Thank you all so much. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button. It helps out everything. No, I meant I'm not a t-shirt collector. Okay, I get you. I feel like I'm turning into a t-shirt collector sometimes. Like, my Kaiju wardrobe is ridiculous. Spaceman V, what's going on, man? We're just talking Tucson Kaiju Festival stuff. But, yeah, no, it's going to be fun. We got panels. Chris has a panel. I think Chris has a couple panels, actually, that he's going to be doing. We got Tinker Cosplay. They're going to be having a panel teaching people how to do, like, a monster mask and stuff like that for cosplay. Nick, he's going to have a panel. Let's see. Of course, there's going to be a couple trivia contests. There's the video game contests. The kids Kaiju drawing for kids 12 and under. Of course, we're going to have raffle items, prize giveaways. It's just going to be a fun time. All the vendors. It's going to be great. I would recommend maybe Shutterfly for printing stuff. I can maybe help if need be. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that, man. I'll message you later today if I remember. If not, if you remember, message me and let me know. Like give me the info or the website or whatever, and I'll talk to my wife about it, and we'll go from there. But yeah, no, it's just going to be a fun, awesome day. There's going to be all kinds of stuff going on. There's going to be plenty of places to eat, like in the surrounding area. So if people get hungry and stuff like that, there's going to be plenty of places to go to. And we're just going to have an awesome time. It's just going to be fantastic. So can't wait to see everybody there. I've been a little stressed and filled with anxiety lately, but I'm just trying to make the best of each day as it goes by. Was anybody able to get in touch with Nick? Nick has not dropped in yet. Usually he drops in with a comment. I feel like Nick was the one waiting when I first had the stream ready to go. And then when I went to go start the stream, YouTube was like, hang on, all your settings are not correct. So, Reptile 7876, did I see that Gigabash is adding Ultraman? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Very excited to see Gigabash. I just want the Gigabash player base to be more alive. Because every time I play Gigabash, I'm always stuck doing single player. Every time I go to play online, it's a dead game. It's literally a dead game. There's nobody playing it. So them coming out with this new DLC, I'm just hoping that the player base finally gets cemented, because it's very frustrating to play such a fun game like Gigabash. Like, it's a really fun kaiju fighting game. But then for it being limited to only single player because the online player base is non-existent, it sucks. So I really hope that the online player base picks up, because I want to play that game more. I love it, but you can only do single player for so long, even on a high difficulty. It just kind of gets old. I want to play against other people. I want to have fun. GojiFan93, Gigabash will be the Super Smash Brothers of Kaiju. I mean, I hope so. Super Smash Brothers probably still has a bigger player base than Gigabash. So I really hope that things really pick up for it. I see we got 5 people on in here, 4 likes. Again, guys, don't forget to atomic blast that like button. Thank you all so much. Let's see, KG, my Bowser looks drunk. I don't know, he's just kind of sitting back here, probably because he's leaned back. And then Spaceman V, that's how I feel about Halo Wars 2. Damn. Yeah, it's video games are just a mess these days. Especially just with all these online player bases and everything. And games just die out too fast, Evil Dead, the game. Fun game. I've played the heck out of that game, and it's fun playing Evil Dead online with people. And then it was just a couple weeks ago, a week and a half ago, whatever, the company behind the Evil Dead game came out and said, we're going to be no longer making new things or supporting the game DLC-wise or anything like that. And they're like, we'll keep up servers for the time being. But it's that's also never a good sign, because then that just means that the player base is probably just going to dwindle out, and pretty soon Evil Dead's going to be a dead game. It's and then you have PlayStation and I think Xbox too, I'm not sure, but upping the yearly subscription for their online play and their PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live or whatever it is, upping that from $60 a year to $80 a year to be able to play online and do all that stuff. And for me, who doesn't play as much as I used to these days, but when I do hop online, it's usually with Lawrence or somebody. But we still only do that a handful of times. And it's $80. I can't justify paying that every year just to be able to play online a handful of times and with friends or with not. It's like, $60 was all right. $80 though, sorry, I don't know if I'm going to be a customer anymore. It's like, and again, you just have all these games dying, and it's because all these games are focusing on multiplayer, online. Give us single player stuff, okay? Give us single player games. They're going to live longer. Trust me. But enough talking about video games. Unless you guys still want to talk about the topic, what are your guys' opinions? How do you guys feel? So yeah, no, it just kind of stinks. So I'm really not sure. Moving forward, it's like I talked to Lawrence about it and he agrees. So it's like, and Lawrence is pretty much my only like local friend that I play online anything with anymore. If I do hop online in any other games, I just hit up multiplayer, and if I match with somebody, great. But a lot of games are just dead, and it's like there's no point. There's no point. And it kind of sucks. Because even though I may not play video games a lot, it's still nice to every now and then pick it up, play them. It's a nice stress reliever. And then Spaceman V, that damn inflation. Exactly, man. Exactly. It's ridiculous. It just doesn't justify it. Unless you're an active gamer and you do that for your day job or you stream or whatever and it makes you money, then yeah, sure. I could justify, getting the $80 a year or whatever it is, the Game Pass, whatever it is. But it's like, at the most part, for your average everyday gamer who's just an average player like myself, I don't see the gaming industry doing very well in the future. You know what's still holding strong that I still play? RuneScape. Oh, man. Talk about a blast from the past. I used to play RuneScape. Back in the day. That was a fun game. I had a lot of fun with RuneScape. So, we'll see. I don't know. I still have some of my older consoles. I still have a Wii. I have a PlayStation 3. I don't have a PlayStation 2. Hope to maybe get one day because I do have Godzilla Save the Earth for PlayStation 2. I just don't have a PlayStation 2 console. But, yeah, no, so, it's kind of really hard to tell the future of the video game industry. I think it's probably eventually going to die because things are just, people can't afford it, Especially the prices of your base game, I think, is also going up. Like, I think, aren't most games for the PS5 like 70 or 80 bucks in themselves just for the base game and like the newer consoles? That's insane. Like, it was already bad enough that they were $60 a piece. Now they're almost $100 a pop. Are you kidding me? It's like you buy like 3 or 4 games, that's enough to buy a new console. It's like, what the frick? KG, I like multiplayer. It's fun. Nintendo has a lot of single player games though. I feel like Nintendo's kind of where it's at. My wife wants to get a Switch. I want to get a PS5 if I were to upgrade. Because there's a lot of games that I do want to play, but I'm not buying any more new games until I get a new console. So it's like Hogwarts Legacy. I want to play that on the PlayStation 5. Mortal Kombat 1. I want to play that on the PlayStation 5. Like there's all these newer games that are coming out that I'm not going to buy them until I get a new console. I don't want to play them on the old console. I want to play them on the new one. Goji fan, oh god, games are not fun anymore. For me, the industry is going downhill fast. I agree. I 100% agree with that. And then Reptile 7076, yeah, $70 is insane. It's ridiculous. Plus, let's see, KG Hogwarts Legacies is a really great game. That's what I've heard. And I want to play it. I'm a Harry Potter fan. I like all that stuff. So, I've been wanting to play Hogwarts Legacy, but I've been waiting to get a new console. Which I don't know when that will be. Maybe next year sometime. But it's like even when you buy a new game, you get home and then what? You have to download it or copy it to your system's hardware or whatever. Then you got to update it if it has any updates. And sometimes that could take 30 minutes. Sometimes it could take 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes it could take a day. Sometimes it could take 24, 36 hours. I don't know. It's like it's such a pain in the ass. Whatever happened to putting in a game and just being able to play it? No, now you got to wait for all this other stuff. And it's ridiculous. I don't preferably like it. Plus, all these games now take up so much space on these consoles, which your base, console these days don't even come with like a terabyte or anything worth of memory. Sometimes, depending on the game, you could get like 1 or 2 games and your console's memory is like sacked. And then you have to go out and you have to either upgrade the internal hard drive with something else, or you get an external hard drive. And of course, all that costs money. It's not cheap. Just to be able to play more games. It's like, whatever happened to the day to where we could fill games on a memory card or whatnot? There's got to be an easier way. I feel like all this extra stuff that the gaming industry puts people through is all BS. It should not be this difficult to just have fun, play games. It's like, give us more memory at the start. Like, at least release a system, especially if you're going to charge like $600-$700 per new console. At least have it come with 1 to 2 terabytes worth of memory. Make it like worth it that way, But yeah, no, I'm glad that a lot of us agree that the gaming industry these days just sucks. Man, talking about video games on Kaiju Chill O'Clock. Hey, Kaiju Chill O'Clock's whatever. It's a go with the flow show. Whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever the topic is, let's do it. Let's see. Goji Fan 93. Really, the only games I'm excited for are the EDF 6. I'm nervous about the new Kong game, another damn puzzle strategy Godzilla game. Why? See? Why can't more people just put out something like Gigabash? Give Kaiju fans what we want in a game. We don't want puzzle strategy. We want a fighting game. That is what Kaiju games are. A fighting adventure type game. Leave it at that. Nobody cares about a puzzle strategy with a Kaiju game. I'm just saying. Which house would you be, says KG for Hogwarts Legacy? Well, now, if there's always been everybody's preferred houses on what they really like. You know what I mean? And for me, it's always been Slytherin. I like the color green. I like the snake symbol, So it's like, naturally, I would want to pick Slytherin. But after taking the Harry Potter quiz, and doing all that, the house quiz stuff, every time that I've done it, and this has been on multiple quizzes, I've always ended up in the same house, and I've just finally lived and accepted it. Like, naturally, if any of that was real, I guess I'd be a Hufflepuff. I'd be in the Hufflepuff house. I'm a Badger. So what? So yeah, no, but I probably will pick Hufflepuff just because, again, that seems to be my house. But from what I've seen of Hogwarts Legacy, I like how all the dorm rooms and stuff like that, the dormitories, all look different and like special and unique. Each house has like their own special type of mission, which I do know the Hufflepuffs, you get to go to Azkaban. Spoilers, sorry for anybody who doesn't know that yet. But yes, if you play as a Hufflepuff, if you go into the Hufflepuff house, you get to go to Azkaban prison and do missions and stuff. And that's cool. Reptile 7876, I don't know why Toho refuses to make a fighting game. As much as we all love Toho, I think we can kind of agree that sometimes Toho's decisions are weird. How they do their licensing and who they let have their license. And Toho just always, they just don't like give somebody a license for the right amount of money or whatever. Toho also has their fingers in what that the company that they gave the license to and the rights, they control what they're able to do. So it's like they just don't have free range. Toho has to give the green light on things. So why Toho hasn't wanted somebody to develop a really good quality, good graphics Godzilla fighting game? Who knows? Toho's decisions sometimes are a little weird. I'm not the biggest fan of the chibi animation or that Godzilla puppet show series thing that they're doing with like all the cutesy looking kaiju and stuff. When that stuff started to pop out from Toho, I'm like, this is not the Toho I grew up with. This is weird. Why are they doing this? And some people liked it, so it's like it's whatever. If you like it, like Final Wars. If you like it, more power to you. Me, garbage. But yeah, so it's like Toho, who knows why they make the decisions that they do, sometimes people who have worked with them, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like Toho would be an easy company to deal with. Even if you did get the rights and the licensing and everything like that for the Godzilla or whatever monsters, it seems like it would be great, but at the same time, it just seems like it would be very difficult. So, but who knows? We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Guys, if you could give me a second, let me go check my mailbox really quick. And let me see if the package that I've kind of been waiting for has come in. And then we'll open it live, okay? So just give me a quick minute, you guys, and I'll go grab that, okay? If it's there. We'll see. Cool. Package has arrived. Package has arrived for Godzilla fan freaks, you guys. Before we get on into this package that I got today, let's see here. Just check on comments, make sure comments are good. I think we're all good to go. Yeah, we're good on comments. All right, you guys. So we have a box package day live here on Kaiju Chill O'Clock. I actually like it when this happens this way. It's very nice. It's nice to open stuff live, you know? So let's open up this package. I mean, I know what it is. You guys don't. Very excited for this. Man. Just make sure that's it. Yeah, that's it. Very, very pretty. All right, you guys. So as you guys know, again, you guys see my gift. The Tucson Kaiju Festival, this is what I'm going to look like. I'm going to have my lanyard with all my pins and everything. I got my name tag, which, Chris, I did get this in Colorado when I went to come see you. I don't know if I remember telling you that, but I did get this. And then this is the shirt I'm going to be wearing. So, just to add to this getup, you guys, we have from Ghost X Ghost the Megalon pin. This is their Megalon pin. I'm loving all their pins, if you guys can't tell. Gojira851, what's going on, Kaiju bro? We're just opening a package live here on Kaiju Chill O'Clock. But yes, the Megalon pin is here from Ghost X Ghost. I do have their Jet Jaguar pin on pre-order. And then I'm still waiting for their Ghidra, the three-headed monster t-shirt to ship. I'm hoping that comes in soon. I was thinking about wearing that shirt to the Tucson Kaiju Festival, but I think I'm just going to wear the Godzilla shirt that I got on here. Just sport a lot of Ghost X Ghost for the Tucson Kaiju Festival. But yes, so here we go. Ghost X Ghost. Megalon pin. And then I'll show you guys the back of the piece here. But really excited about this pin. This pin is awesome. And again, I'm just adding it to my lanyard. But this way, so it's easy for people to find me at the festival. That's the main reason. It's like, oh, hey, who's running this whole thing? Go find the guy with the crazy lanyard and he's got a LED name tag. Says Godzilla Fan Freaks. But for any of you that want to know, I mean, without the pinholes and stuff, here's Ghost X Ghost. They have their Instagram, Twitter, or X. I don't have Twitter or X, so I don't use that. But they are on Instagram. There is a Facebook page for them as well. But that's Ghost X Ghost, you guys. Go check out their website. Their pins, I believe they still have most of their pins available still. They even have Megalon if you want to pick up Megalon. I recommend it. This is a beautiful pin. But so let's get this pin on here live, shall we? Let's see how I can do this. Let's see, where do I want the pin? Let me see here. Gigan's there. Could put maybe Megalon up here. He doesn't really. Nah, I don't want to cluster it too much. I think I'm going to put Megalon down here. In between Baragon and my Godzilla 84 pin. And then I have my Jet Jaguar pin. Which I'll be adding another Jet Jaguar pin whenever the other ones come in. So let's see. How about we put Megalon. Raise him up just a bit. Tilt him. Puncture it through. Grab the little tabs that they give you. All right. The placement of the Megalon pin. I'm loving my lanyard. I'm loving my lanyard. And there we go. Another pin. Yeah. Yeah. Got my They Live pin up here. Cavity Colors pin. Ultraman pin. Monster crushing a VHS tape pin, which I might lower that just a little bit maybe. Just because I want to make all my pins be able to fit nicely on here. Heck yeah. Love the way that looks. Very, very cool. Anyway, you guys, so that was today's package day. Megalon pin from Ghost X Ghost. Again, head on over to their website. Check out what they got. Ghost X Ghost does very limited things. They're a smaller company than Cavity Colors. So all their stuff they do through pre-order. And then whatever stock they have left, they'll sell it. But as soon as it sells out, it's pretty much gone. So that's one reason I do like Ghost X Ghost a little bit more than Cavity Colors, is because their stuff is so limited. So if you want really limited things, head on over there. Again, all their pins, guys. I mean, the Hedra pin here, that's Ghost X Ghost. Let's see. Of course, Megalon here was Ghost X Ghost. Baragon here, and Gigan. All of those pins are Ghost X Ghost. This pin here was from Holy Mountain Printing. Of course, this pin here is from Cavity Colors. The Ultraman pin I actually picked up locally at Zia Records. Same with this pin right here. And then my wife got me this pin. I don't remember where she got it. And then my Jet Jaguar pin I also got locally from Zia Records. But so yeah. So Tucson Kaiju Festival comes around. Look for this guy. All of this stuff. But guys, we got 6 likes. Thank you all so much. Again, I apologize for just the short notice of the show. If you're just tuning in, my life has not been in shambles, but it's been very just sporadic. Not only am I working really hard on Tucson Kaiju Festival stuff because it's coming up, but the reason that today's show was kind of like a last-minute decision yesterday, I haven't officially started my new job. I've been hired, but I haven't officially started yet. And that's because they're waiting on the state to send back background checks and all that other stuff. So I'm just waiting on the state, which when I checked in with my job, they said that they're behind on the checks. So I'm hoping, though, that it's soon, because they're trying to get it resolved faster, because people being out of work like this, having the job, being hired, but not being able to work because of that, it's like it sucks because I have no income money at the moment. So I'm living my life day to day. So that is why it's hard for me to concrete a Kaiju Chill O'Clock show on like a Monday and then, announce it that it's going to be like Thursday, Friday, or whatever day. And then if something happens, then I don't know. Kaiju Chill O'Clock will be more cemented and like on a normal schedule once I start, which I hope is soon. But this will probably be the last Kaiju Chill O'Clock till after my Tucson Kaiju Festival, just so you guys know. If I'm able to do another show before then in the coming weeks, I'll let you know. But this might be the last Kaiju Chill O'Clock till after my Tucson Kaiju Festival in the beginning of November. Just so you guys know. And again, if I have to schedule it very short notice again, I'm sorry. It's just kind of how it is right now. But I appreciate those who have come in. I appreciate it. Reptile 7876, you're good, man. That's just life sometimes. I appreciate you guys so much. I know I've said that in countless videos, but all of you guys who tune into Kaiju Chill O'Clock, all of you guys who comment on my videos, posts, engage however you do, you guys are just awesome. Okay? Because again, I'm very bare bones. I'm very basic when it comes to videos. I'm not very flashy. I'm still don't consider myself very popular. And I don't really care about that. I care about engaging with you guys. You guys are really chill about everything. You guys understand. And that's why, I love you guys so much. You guys continue making me want to do this. I don't get any bad feedback. I don't get anybody who likes to argue, except Chris, GojiFan93. I think he needs to be put in his place about Final Wars. No. But I'm sorry. I'm poking that Final Wars bear today just because I feel like it. But it's just been a very fun journey, ever since I started this YouTube channel. So I thank you all so much, especially those who have been with me since the beginning. And it's just been a fun ride. And I look forward to continuing to do it. Again, I hope I get more of a schedule cemented soon. Because I don't like the last minute sporadicness as much as you guys do. I don't. But yeah. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like my lanyard? Is it too much? Is it too much? Or is it just right? Again, there's going to be more added to it in the future. Eventually, I'm not going to be able to put anything on it anymore. But that's why there's always lanyard number 2. No. Only one lanyard. But I'm sorry, guys. I'm being a goof. But we're about an hour in almost. Just 4 minutes shy of an hour in. Hope you all are doing good. I wish I turned the camera a little bit sooner. He just turned his head a little bit. But Fred here has been watching, again, if you're tuning in and you missed it, the Kaiju film I have on in the background is the famous, or infamous, I should say, North Korean Kaiju film Pulgasari. So we got that going on in the background right now. Fred actually does watch the monster movies and stuff from time to time. I have a chair back here at the moment, which is eventually going to be replaced by like a recliner at some point, and then that chair is going to move over to the other side of the room. That way I have more seating back here. But Fred kind of counted that chair as his own. So whenever I'm sitting back here, he actually chooses to sit on the chair versus sitting over here on the Godzilla Fan Freaks Kaiju couch with me. But we're just watching Pulgasari right now. He was watching it, and then he turned his head. But I'll flip the camera here in a minute because we'll probably do, a room tour walk around. Since the last episode of Kaiju Chill O'Clock, if you guys have been keeping updated with Godzilla Fan Freaks on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot, you guys know that I finally just took the time, and even though it wasn't super dirty, I took the time and finally cleaned my whole collection. Cleaned the figures, cleaned all the shelves. I could probably knock it out in less than a day. Probably wouldn't even need a full day. Probably something like maybe 6 hours, maybe 8 hours. If I really went to work and busted my butt cleaning, you know what I mean? But just because I had this, this break off from work and this time, I just kind of took my time, and I took a few hours each day over the course of 4 days and got everything clean. So I just took my time, but everything is nice and clean now. So yeah, how about we get to that room tour? Again, you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to ask. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and do all that stuff. Let me go ahead and turn this. Even though it's Pulgasari, I still don't want to risk some sort of copyright issue or them taking down my stream for any amount of time. But, whoops, still was in the frame. Turn it there. That's okay. Give you guys a look at Snake Mountain. It's all fresh and clean. Oh no, it's Pulgasari! Footage! But, anyway, you guys. So, yeah. And then just so you guys do know what I'm talking about, there's Fred's chair. Fred, say hi to everybody. Well, he was watching Pulgasari with me. But anyway, you guys. Oh, got you unplugged. And let's just take a room tour. For those of you who haven't been keeping updated, I've built all my Gunpla models. I have no more models anymore to build for the moment until I pick up something that catches my eye. But I reorganized this shelf a little bit. For those of you who may remember, it looked a little different at one other time. So I did some rearranging. Of course, now it's a little more random. As much as I loved the Ghost Rider figure to kind of be front and center up here on this top shelf, I kind of just was like, I'm just going to move him down. And so now Ghost Rider is down here with Blastoise and then Guyver figures, which is really random. And then I got Venom and Spider-Man on there too with Caesar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Totally random shelf, but whatever. Then I have Star Wars with Killer Croc, the Lizard, my Build-A-Figure Lizard, and King Shark. So again, random. And then for more randomness, we have Bowser with Black Panther, the Phantom, or the Prowler, not the Phantom, sorry. And then you have the Gillman from Shape of Water, Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat, Mysterio from Spider-Man, and then you have Gio Zoalord from the Guyver Bio Boosted Armor series. So these shelves are nothing but random, and then the top shelf just has nothing but Gundam kits and figures. But since I've had all this time, I decided to knock out all the other kits that I had left, which I had that Gof Custom Master Grade. That was a fun one to build. Looks fantastic. My Shining Gundam Master Grade was really fun putting that together, and I put custom like flame decals on his shoulders. Same thing with Epion here, Master Grade. He was the last one I built because Epion's my #1 favorite Gundam. But I did up him very customized too by putting flames and stuff on his wings, as well as other decals. My Death Scythe Master Grade here. He's a new one. So pretty much all my Master Grades, basically, like these 4 right here, are like my latest builds. As far as high grades go, haven't built a high grade in a minute. All those other guys have been built. It's like the gun cannon. It's not a Zaku. I forget the name of it now. And then I have my sniper. I have a high-grade Death Scythe because Death Scythe would pretty much be my 3rd favorite Gundam. My 2nd favorite Gundam going to the Shining Gundam. And then I have my gun tank, little tiny gun tank. This Epion here is not a model kit. That is a, figure, I think by Tamashii Nations. And then I forget the names of a lot of the mobile suits, so I apologize. I only remember some. Like this guy, I don't really remember, but he was kit. All these everything on here is kit. The only figure on here is the Epion. The Epion is the only one that is a figure. Everything else on here is a model kit. Bobby Reynolds, what's going on? Reptile7876 said, footage. Gojir851 said, awesome lanyard. Thank you so much. But, yeah, so just been, reorganized this entire top shelf to look a little better. This Zaku right here was a pain in the butt to build. He was a real grade. So if you guys are into the building Gundams and stuff like that, stay away from this Zaku kit for the real grade. It was not a fun building experience. I really kind of hated it, and I couldn't wait for it to be over. Here's my Shining Gundam in high grade scale. So you got high grade, Master Grade, Death Scythe, high grade, Master Grade. So, I had a lot of fun just rearranging and reorganizing this top shelf. Let's see. Alteron Kaiju, been a long time. Hope everything's going well. And then what's up, 851 Reptile Goji fan at work. Hope all good, bros. Alteron Kaiju, thank you very much for the love. Everything's been fine. If you go back and rewatch this stream at any point, you'll get updated with kind of what's been going on. I don't really want to go over it and regurgitate it all again. But just so when anybody goes back and want to rewatch the beginning of the stream or what you missed, you'll know that. Just know that I've pointed it out a couple times in today's video already, and just don't want to go over it again. But everything's good. I'm surviving. Bobby Reynolds, what if you put your Godzilla figure and a Gundam figure and you go footage together? I mean, that just really depends if any of the ball joints fit. I don't really think I'm going to be able to mix and match Godzilla and Gundam pieces, though. They're entirely different lines and sizes of joints. And so unless you really went through and really customized the figure yourself, that'd be the only way. But no, everything's clean since I last talked to you guys. Everything's been dusted. Again, any questions on anything, please feel free to ask everybody. Of course, the posters, all that good stuff. And then we get on into here. Any questions for me, though, you guys, feel free to ask. We're just chilling right now. We got a little less than an hour of the show left. If the show kind of dies off with engagement, I'll probably stop it a little early. But hopefully we get some questions, whatever you guys want to talk about. If you guys want me to talk about a certain figure that you see, please feel free to ask. But again, Tucson Kaiju Festival. Boy, it's really not showing up that well. The light-wise, anyway. This is who you're going to look for. You're going to look for me. Got this crazy lanyard. Got my name tag here in LED. This Godzilla shirt I'm going to be wearing from Ghost X Ghost. Sporting a lot of Ghost X Ghost stuff. Tucson Kaiju Festival. So, if you guys are coming, this is who you look for. Bobby Reynolds, I'm not saying put a mash of them together. I'm saying put them side by side or have them fight. And you said, oh no, footage. Yeah, no, I said, oh no, footage because I had a brief glimpse of... got Pulgasari, the famous North Korean kaiju film. Nick from the Monster Report is still texting me. Can anybody get in touch with the Monster Report for me? Letting him know that I am live. Like, at this point, he's getting worried about me. He doesn't think that I'm live. And that's because I had technical difficulties in the beginning of today's stream. And I think I lost him. So, I just want him to know everything's fine and I'm live. At least I hope everything's live, going well. I think I did everything right. I hope the thumbnail's correct. I hope the title's correct. I'll probably have to go back and do everything again because, like I said, I'll just regurgitate it this one last time. When I did start my live stream today, I was taken by surprise that YouTube added a few more things that I had to do, but they didn't tell me. So it's like I got ready to go live, and then YouTube was like, oh, you have to set up your camera preference for vertical or horizontal. And I was like, I never had to do that before. Why do I got to do that now? Why didn't you tell me that earlier? And it's like, I had to backtrack, pretty much get rid of that first stream and then redo everything. And I had to redo it quickly because it was already time to start the stream. So I was like a minute or two late. So I hope I did everything right. You guys let me know if everything shows up okay. Thumbnail good, title's all good. If we're all good there, then we're all fine. I just don't know why it's not showing up for Nick from the Monster Report. That's weird. Again, I had one person waiting for the stream to start, and I think that was Nick. And when I had to screw everything up, not my fault, that's YouTube's fault. I think I lost him. So all the shelves nice and clean, reorganized all of this Motu stuff. If you guys remember, this Motu stuff was like down over here. So I decided to scoot all of it over here. Might eventually set up LED lights on this shelf. I'm not sure. But no, everything is nice and clean, even all the flyers and whatnot. But yeah, if somebody can get in touch with Nick Adams from the Monster Report, whether you can message him on through Facebook or Instagram, let him know that we are live. We've been live, and we have about 50 minutes left in the show, maybe less, depending on engagement. But back to Bobby Reynolds' question is not saying mashing them up together, putting them side by side. I thought about it, but it's like I'm really trying to keep the inside of the Godzilla Fan Freaks HQ here as much kaiju as possible. I have the mashup with the Masters of the Universe and He-Man, but as far as any of my other hobbies go, I try to keep everything else exclusive to like out here. I don't want to mix. I don't want to mix and match too much stuff, if you know what I mean. Because then I feel like it loses its feel. It's like the main bread and butter of what I do is Godzilla and Kaiju stuff. So again, it's like this shelf. And then, of course, you have Masters of the Universe mixed in, which is okay. Because I consider that probably my second biggest thing that I collect is Motu stuff. But the only reason that I don't bring any of the Gundams or anything else in here is because I don't really feel like mashing it up all that much. Again, why I kind of moved the Masters of the Universe stuff that was down there, moved it over here. Because I just felt like this was going to be better. I have, my wife got me that 1/6 scale Skeletor figure from Mondo. That's actually going to be coming in next month, I think. She pre-ordered that for me that was a birthday gift, technically, from my birthday back in June. She pre-ordered that. So that Skeletor is going to go like on the top here. So these three figures are probably going to be moved around a little bit, but that big Skeletor is going to go right on top right there. And then I'm hoping that funds and budget, when the time comes, when Mondo releases their Panther for pre-order, and if I'm able to afford it and get it, that Panther is going to go on that top shelf along with Skeletor riding on top of him. So that's my future setup that I'd like to have. Bobby Reynolds, what if the end of Godzilla 1998, the old Japanese guy was dreaming about Tokyo in ruins and sees Godzilla for himself and says, "Oh no, Gojira, Gojira, Gojira." That'd be interesting concept, I guess. I don't know. I still don't like 98 as a film. I like the series that followed, but I do not like 98 as a film. I don't know if that would have changed anything for me. Would have been interesting, I guess, to have it from that concept. But yeah, so we're just hanging out, chilling, you guys. I don't know what you guys want to talk about. Kind of talked about everything today. Everything's squared away, ready to go. I love this Megalon pin. This Megalon pin is way too cool. It's not showing up on camera very well just because of the way the light and everything is right now. But let's see here. If I rotate the camera, man, look at that. Beautiful. Might have to find a different spot for my name tag so it doesn't clash over here. Not sure if I want to put it maybe over here, but I feel like normal name tags, they go on your right side, not your left. But yeah, no. So all these pins you can get from ghostxghost.com. I believe they still have these Hedra ones available. Gigan, Mechagodzilla is available. They even have a Godzilla one. There's Destroya. They have Destroya. I believe they have Baragon still. Megalon. Jet Jaguar is up for pre-order. So again, guys, I'm not sponsored in any way by them. I don't have a discount code for you or anything. Maybe in the future, but head on over to ghostxghost.com if you want some cool looking pins. It's a wide shot. Let's zoom back in. There we go. Bobby Reynolds, where did I get the name tag? I got this name tag, Bobby, up at a little shop when I went to go see Goji Fan 93 for his wedding in Colorado. Me and my wife just took some time one afternoon and went exploring, and we came by this little shop, and it was an impulse buy. Like, this is something really stupid that you could probably get this on Amazon or anywhere. And I just saw it in that shop, and I was like, ooh, that's cool. And it was literally an impulse buy. I was like, I want one of those. So, I would say just go on Amazon, look up LED name tag, and you'll probably find them if you wanted to do one yourself. You can get them in different colors, too. I believe there's red, green, I think there's purple, and there might just be white. I'm not sure. And then there's blue. The only color they had left was blue, and I was like, well, why not? Let's go blue. So this is a good test for it, too. I just kind of charged it because it needed to be charged, and so we'll see how long the battery lasts here in this 2-hour show. And then that'll give me an idea on how long this will last throughout the day at the Tucson Kaiju Festival. Hopefully it lasts all day. I'm hoping I don't have to like charge it at any point, like every like 2 or 3 hours. That would suck. Hopefully it stays lit for, I'm hoping at least maybe 8. That'd be nice. The last few hours of the festival, I could do without it. But yeah. Rich from Wisconsin, going back to the Godzilla Tower on pre-order. I wish it was a 25 or 30 centimeter figure instead of a 7-inch, but yeah, 74 is better than 200 right now. I agree, you know, and Rich, you're not the only person who has been griping about the size and the scale. I mean, it's 17 centimeters, you know, but again, you know, you have the right, you know, measurement and everything, but it's like, I still say to people, for it being under, again, it's under $80. I'd get it, you know, because there's been Godzilla fans, people in this fandom all the time to say, oh, I wish there was a Godzilla Tower figure or a statue or whatever. There are figures out there, but they're very rare. And when they pop up for sale, they're very expensive. You're talking like $300, $400 plus. If you're lucky, you may find one for like $200, $250, but it's rare. But now X Plus with their Toho Maniacs line is giving us a screen accurate representation of the Godzilla Tower. And for under $80, who cares about scale? In all honesty, who cares? You want a Godzilla Tower? X Plus is giving it to you. If you really want to be not petty, but really picky, that's on you. Because just like with anything, I guarantee you, once this tower hits aftermarket, probably consider to pay $150, $200 plus. You know, that's just how it works. So you can either get it for under $80 now, live with the scale. And another problem people are having with it is the balloon. A lot of people like either forgot about the balloon, because I've seen a lot of people ask, like, what is that floating above his head? Like, I don't remember that. And it's like, So you guys don't remember you guys have seen this movie, you know where it's from, but you don't remember the whole rescue mission where they floated the balloon up with the line that they could zip line down? Like, don't get me wrong, I thought the balloon was a weird addition to it as well. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? It's a Godzilla tower for under $80. Consider it sold. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to be picky. Because I guarantee you there's going to be people kicking themselves that they didn't order it. And then it's going to be like, well, that's your fault. So, if you want the Godzilla tower, you guys head on over to the US Rick site. The pre-order window closes the 16th. You still have a few days. I would get it if you guys want it. Again, I'm really glad that I got this from that line. This is a Toho Maniacs, the controller. You know, I kicked myself for not being able to get the Serizawa in the diving suit and the oxygen destroyer, or the Matango mushroom guy. I do regret not picking those up. And I'm really happy that I was able to find one of these for retail. So, and I'm really happy that they also released the Godzilla Tower on the Rick site for international buyers. So, I would, guys, get it. If you want it, get it. There's only a few days left in the pre-order. You know, it's kind of like, since we're in here too, let's talk about Gorgo here. Let me pull out my chair so I can take a seat, so I'm not standing this whole time. But, so we got Gorgo from Titanic Creations here. Talking about people not pulling a trigger in time. Guys, this figure was up for pre-order for like 6 months or something like that. Like, it was a long time that this figure was up for pre-order. And there's a ton of people that were like, oh, I missed the pre-order, or, you know, this, that. And it's like, how? Like, if it's something you want, you're going to make a memo of it, or, you know, put it down somewhere. And, you know, I just, you know, it's like this. It's like, you know, again, there's people that missed out on Gorgo somehow and are now struggling to get one. And it's like, you know, I know Titanic Creations still has some ideas left for Gorgo that they're doing. But as far as this figure goes, it's going to start to be hard to find. Like, very hard to find. So, that's why it's always worth it, you guys. Pre-order figures. As soon as a figure that you want goes up for pre-order, if you can get it through a website or whatever, and it's reputable, guys, pre-order it. Pre-order it, or I guarantee you're going to miss it, and you're going to risk either paying crazy aftermarket prices or taking a chance and hoping you find it retail after it releases. So it's always best to pre-order something if you really, really want it. But Gorgo here, fantastic figure. I think Titanic Creations did an awesome job on everything. For $100 and some change, you can't beat it, in my opinion. I think this was fantastic. Details good, articulation's good, all the accessories that he comes with, you know, the Big Ben, Little Gorgo, the Bell Sub, the fighter jets, and then of course, I have it right over here on my desk. Of course, they give you the extra head, which this is the head that comes on the figure. The eyes are more painted, because the head that I have on right now is actually the glow-in-the-dark eyes head. And in all honesty, I think the glow-in-the-dark eyes head looks more accurate, because Gorgo's eyes really didn't have all those different shades of color, you know, like the red and then the orange. You know, if you ever go back and watch the movie Gorgo, his eyes are basically just kind of like this. They're like that straight red.
So in my opinion, the glow-in-the-dark headpiece has more accurate eyes. I don't know if anybody agrees with me on that. But to me, they're just more accurate eyes. But great figure set for the value. Again, considering SH Monster Arts puts out figures that are $130 and that's all you get, it's just that, versus this was $100, and instead of just getting just that, you get all of this other stuff. Hope SH Monster Arts takes note. Even though Titanic Creations is a smaller company, I hope SH Monster Arts takes notes, because I loved SH Monster Arts when they came with special bases and effect parts. You know, the building bases and those crazy long smoke streams for the spiral grenade missiles and the plasma for Mogira, you know. I loved it when SH Monster Arts gave us accessories and effect parts with the figures. You know? Because eventually they stopped. And then they charged us more money for just a figure. Because when SH Monster Arts first started, you guys, Godzilla here was like $60. Mechagodzilla down there, he was like 65 or 70, I forget. Space Godzilla here was like $70. Burning Godzilla was like 60 or something like that. You know, Mogira was like 65 to $70. And it's like we got all these extras with it. Now, Monster X, $130. That's all you get. GMK Godzilla back in here. Kind of hard to see with the light. But the GMK Godzilla, your basic figure, he's like $80, $85 when he first came out. Now he's more expensive. And again, you're still just getting the base figure. Destroyer here. The effect part, that's not his. That was actually Rodan's effect part. But I swapped it to give him a micro oxygen beam because it looked right. But still, Destroyer here, $150. All you got was him. So the fact that Titanic Creations was able to put this together for $100 and some change, fantastic. Fantastic and much appreciated by Kaiju fans. Oh, let's see here. Bobby Reynolds, if you would get one, I would put Togura Godzilla Epi for Life. Okay, so you're talking about the name tag. You can do that. You can customize it with whatever you want. And then Bobby Reynolds, how would you rank Gorgo's Roar, Desghidor's Roar, and Togura Roars? I'd probably have to put Gorgo's Roar first. Excuse me. And after Gorgo's Roar, I would probably do Desghidorah, and after that, Togura. Just on how much I like. Because even though I really like Desghidorah, he's a really cool kaiju. His roar, sounding like a bunch of elephants, it's all right. It's kind of scary at some point, like eerie-ish, but I don't know. I didn't really like the roar of Desghidorah all that much, which is funny because, as you guys know, Titanosaurus is my favorite kaiju, and I don't mind his roar at all. I know a lot of people don't like Titanosaurus's roar, but yeah. Any other questions for me, you guys? We got about almost half an hour left in the show, but I mean, if I can, not if I can, but If engagement kind of dies down here, I can cut it a little short. But so whatever questions you guys have for me about anything, again, we have Pulgasari on in the background today for Kaiju Chill O'Clock. Here's the figure from Mondo. Great figure. I believe Mondo still has this guy available too. So if you guys want an X Plus quality Pulgasari, Mondo still has them, I believe. For, I think they're 175 still. The price hasn't gone up or gone down. It stayed the same. Well worth it, in my opinion. Great figure of a kaiju that's not very well known and has a really cool history and backstory. Footage! Oh no, there's Pulgasari. Here was Mondo's other Pulgasari figure that they did in like different color variants. This was the last variant that they did, where you had green and gold. There's Desghidorah. Speaking of Desghidorah, the Bandai. Great figure. Oh no, King Caesar toppled over. Chris, Goji Fan 93, if he's still in there, if he's still in the chat or still here. These were originally his. Hopefully Chris would like to know that they're doing well. They're doing well and they're happy. Because if you guys don't know, yeah, he fell back again. I'm going to have to mess with his feet a little bit because he is not balanced correctly. Probably going to topple over again at some point, but I'll just have to mess around with his feet. But if you guys don't know the story, Chris, Goji Fan 93, these were some of his earliest figures. He had these figures when he was a kid, and he passed them on to me, which I am very, they're very cherished. They're an important part of the collection. My Hedra shelf. Oh, let's see here. KG Games, if a trick-or-treater were to have a Godzilla outfit, are you giving them extra candy? No. They don't get special treatment. Bobby Reynolds, those roars are the elephant roars, just low pitch. They're a cool sound, especially Togura's roar from Battle Mode. Togura's cutscene roar is cool as well. All right, yeah. Oh man, Pulgasari, he's getting demolished. It's the end of the movie. Hopefully North Korea doesn't copyright me. Wouldn't that be fun? Godzilla fan freaks on North Korean radar. They should be appreciative that I chose to watch Pulgasari on an episode of Kaiju Chill O'Clock. But yeah, no, do you guys have any questions for me or anything? It's kind of dying a little bit. I've kind of ran out of things to talk about. Anybody has any questions? If not, I might cut it short here in a little bit. Like, just so we stop on an even note, let's just say if the engagement doesn't pick back up here in the next few minutes, I'll probably close out at 1 hour and 40 minutes, just so you guys know. Again, I know that today's show was very last minute. Again, I apologize for that. I explained in the beginning of the stream why it was kind of last minute. So if you guys missed that, be sure to go watch the beginning of the stream. But thank you guys all for the likes. If you have not yet, please atomic blast that like button. It helps out a lot with the algorithm, helps this show reach other people. If I do get a Godzilla -1 Bandai, I don't know how I'm going to fit him. I'm probably going to have to take out these two forms of Shin and remove them from the line to make a little bit more room, because it's really hard to add to this line right now. Because this is the one of the crown jewels of the collection, the centerpiece, if you will. Godzilla from 54 all the way through the years. And it goes all the way down to Ultima. So if I were to get a Godzilla -1, I'd probably have to take out these two, remove them, put them somewhere else. Reptile 7876, what's my favorite Godzilla roar? Good question. Good question. My favorite Godzilla roar, I'd probably have to go to the roars of my favorite 62. '62 Godzilla is my #1 favorite Godzilla. So it's only right that his roars are also my favorite. Again, as you guys can see, I am ready for the Tucson Kaiju Festival. Prizes and giveaways. All of that stuff. And there's quite a bit of stuff there. If you guys can see all of it. Last Kaiju Chill O'Clock, I went through most of it. But a lot of stuff. Whoops. Sorry about that. A lot of stuff for giveaways and prizes for the festival. So again, if you guys don't know, Tucson Kaiju Festival, November 3rd, Bookman's East. Starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. Ends at 8 p.m. at night. It's going to be all day. Come support my creation. My creation. I created it. I'm the owner. I'm the owner and the creator of the Tucson Kaiju Festival. Let's go ahead and take a seat. Plug you guys back in. I think I'm going to stop it here, and it's about to be an hour and 38 minutes, so I'm going to stop it here in about 2 minutes, you guys. I'm going to close down the stream. So any last minute questions or anything like that before I close it out, you guys? If not, I'll kind of start closing it up. Bobby Reynolds, take it easy. Hey, thank you all for showing up that did. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate it so much. You guys are just fantastic and great. Just kind of waiting for the time to get down so I time it right. You know what I mean? But without further ado, you guys, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to atomic blast that notification bell. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button. Don't forget to like and follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Facebook. You guys, catch some stuff there that you guys probably won't see here or over on Instagram. Same thing with Instagram. Make sure you follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Instagram. That way you stay up to date with everything that's going on. Tucson Kaiju Festival updates. All that fun stuff. Make sure, because you guys never know what I'm going to post. Instagram, sometimes I post stuff there that I don't share anywhere else. Same thing with Facebook. Sometimes I share on all the platforms the same thing. But you'll see content on all the platforms that you won't see here on YouTube or on Facebook or on Instagram, vice versa. So always good to stay in the loop. I appreciate it too. It's nice to see the numbers kind of go up. It makes me know that people like and appreciate what I do.
So without further ado, you guys, that's about it. We're Godzilla Fan Freaks. This has been Kaiju Chill Clock, episode 52. Hope you guys had fun. I did. We still got a few more seconds here. I'm trying to time it just right to where the stream ends at an hour and 40 minutes. So, all right, you guys, we got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Catch you later.